What up, everyone? So this is the monthly review of the month of January. Now I know what you're thinking. We are well into February, but the boxes are coming later and later each month. So the boxes of February have just started coming, and it's now March. So just to give you an idea of how late the boxes show up each month, the last ones show up well into the next month. So it seems odd to be doing a January review practically in March now, but that's just kind of how it is. That's how long they take to get here. And I usually purposely review the boxes a few days after they get here, therefore to be more accurate on the values. I've talked about that in other videos, that when you first get the box, the values are really high and then they kind of drop off over the next week. So I usually wait a few days to review my stuff. So purposely so, but I'm always a little behind, a few days behind on my reviews. But regardless of that, I'm going to go through a few things here, a few announcements, a few things talking about the channel. If you don't want to hear me talk, I'm not offended. You can feel free to skip ahead. I have timestamps in the video in the description of anything specifically you want to see. You can look there, look at the timestamps, skip ahead, see what you want, and then bail out. I don't expect anyone to sit here for the whole hour and listen to me talk. I just try to give out all the information I can, and then whatever you need, you can pick and choose what you need and use that. Also, just like any of my videos I have, if you just want to see what's in the boxes, skip to the very end and it's just pictures, no talking at all. So I try to make it so everyone's happy, everyone can get what they want. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about you guys. It's about the community. So, look at the timestamps for what you want to see, because I'm going to talk a lot right now about a few things coming up. So if you're tuning into this channel for the first time, hi, welcome. This is the Beardy Nerd Nation. What we do here is in-depth reviews. I talk a lot about a lot. And this month we're doing boxes. We're doing monthly subscription boxes, and that's usually what I do. There are so many of them out there, and it's so hard to find the right one for you, so I do it for you. I break these down into simple values. I use the 3V system, value, variety, virtue, and I break it down and to make sense of it so you can understand and help pick the best box for you. So, at the end of the month, I line them all up next to each other to compare them one by one, and then that hopefully will help you decide which box is best for you, or which two, or which three, or whatever. That's all this is about, to help you guys out to do that. And then we also do reviews of other things, figures, and stuff like that. But that's what this video is about, to help you guys out. I'm here to help, and I'm here to get the community going. I usually try to make discussion topics on videos, so that's what I do. So welcome. Other than that, a giveaway. I do a giveaway each month. I start a giveaway on the monthly review, and I end the giveaway on the next monthly review when I start a new one. To enter into this monthly review, all you have to do is take a link to my channel and then post it somewhere. Anywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere. Somewhere where people will see it. Post it there, and then send me the link. Once you do that, your name will be entered into a hat, and it'll be picked at random. We have a winner for this month. I haven't gone through it yet, so it'll be in the description, at the bottom of the description. So if that's your name, contact me and you will get a special gift, a box catered specifically for you. A nice little thank you for all the hard work that you do. So if anyone wants to enter into this competition, feel free to do so. Last month there was only like 3 or 4 people that entered into it, so you got pretty good odds of winning this competition. So feel free to do it. But there are rules now, though. I've had to add rules. And the rules are that you have to actually post it somewhere legitimate. No fake accounts, no ghost accounts. And what I mean by that is you can't just create an account just to post that link, because I do check. People don't think I do. I check every single link that's sent to me to make sure it's legitimate. Has to be something that you do actually use. It can't have 0 friends, 0 subscribers. It's got to be a regular thing you use where it's going to go to people. Can't be made just for giveaways, so those don't count. So it has to be a legitimate thing where people are going to see it. And then all you do is post that and then send it to me, and you are officially entered. And the prize is the same each month usually, and it's easy. It's stuff from the boxes, or it's stuff of mine. You guys tell me what you want, whoever the winner is. You'll tell me some things that you like, whatever it be, and I'll put together a special box, a Beardy Nerd box, just for you, and then I'll send it to you to say thank you. So that's what the whole giveaway is. So feel free to jump in, because you have pretty good odds of winning it, and clearly I have tons of stuff to give away. and I still haven't sent out last month's box. It's sitting right there because I've been so behind, so I'm sorry. But it will go out, I swear to God. It's looking right at it. It's giving me a death stare. So anyway, so that's the giveaway. So feel free to enter and feel free to participate in that. And feel free to participate in any of the videos. Back to the reviewing of the boxes. So I have 10 boxes here this month. And I've done the best I can, line them up 10 to 1. Now keep in mind, just because something's in 10th place doesn't mean it's bad, and just because something's in first place doesn't mean it's the perfect box for you. That's why I go through each one, because at the end of the day, so many people ask, what's the right box for me? And it's like, I don't know, what do you like? So it's up to you to implement your personal interests and tastes into this process, because your favorite may be number 5 or number 2. I do the best I can to line them up based on your guys' opinions, not my own, based on you guys. So I'm doing the best I can, but it's not a perfect system. That's why I show them off. So feel free to pick any box you like or to suggest one you'd like to see reviewed. So at the end of the day, just trying to be helpful. That's all I'm trying to do here, help you guys out. So let me know how I can do that, as always. I always reply to comments. Let's hit it up that way. Other than that, I think that was all the goofy shit I had to announce. Yeah, I'm sure I'll remember other things as I'm talking. I've been drinking a lot, so I'm having trouble remembering stuff. Anyway, until I remember my other shit, we'll just start reviewing these boxes in order from number 10. But first, this is the box that wasn't on the countdown, but I thought was worth mentioning. I don't do one-off boxes. If it was a specialty box just one time, I don't do it in the monthly countdown. I only do ones that are reoccurring boxes from reoccurring companies. But NerdBlock did a Stan Lee box that I thought was worth mentioning because this box was shit. This box was the biggest pile of garbage I've ever ordered in my entire life. It was expensive. It wasn't worth the money. The stuff in there was crap. It was weird. It had no resale value. It was just garbage on garbage. And it was so weird, the things they picked. It was very awkward. So the only reason I bring this up is because NerdBlock does that often. They do specialty crates where it's a one-off thing. And I would say, people always ask me, should I get this one? And I always say after this, like, probably not. They have never been good on those crates in the past. This is a perfect example. I've gotten a few of them over the years. I picked and choose a few that I liked, and they've never been good. They've never been done a good job on them. I'm sure there's a rare occasion where they are, but more likely than not, they're gonna be bad. So I would avoid those specialty crates at all costs. And even if one looks good, like Stan Lee, how could they go wrong with that? He's such a popular guy. They will. They'll find a way. So this is just to avoid that situation. Avoid one-off boxes from the NerdBlock company, because they are ass. So there's that. Just wanted to bring that up. Now, back to the countdown. Where's my beer? Here it is. Okay. Starting with number 10. Oh, gotta pull out my phone. Have all my pictures and my notes. Alright, number 10 was the Marvel Goods and Gear box. This box was extremely disappointing on very many levels. First of all, the price on it, $45, is fucking expensive. That's an expensive box. It really is. And the fact, the value, they were only giving like maybe $60 of value. Probably a little bit less. So if you were lucky, you got like 25% more than you paid for. But as values go down, you end up kind of only getting what you paid for, which is not a good deal. Especially considering that a lot of this is full of crap. It was all kitchen stuff. It was themed a science, super science box. And then later on, I guess they changed the theme to a kitchen science themed box. It was really weird what they did. Because on the website it said super science, and then when we get it said super science in the kitchen. So it was all kitchen related stuff. And it was just not really fun. It's fine if you're like a chef, but I don't really want kitchen collectibles. Like, I don't wear aprons. Aprons are dumb. They had some plates in there, but they were plastic plates, so they weren't nice at all. And then they had an ice cube mold, and it's like, that's fine if you want that one specific ice cube. Make them one at a time. The only thing that was cool was the pin was really nice. And then they had a measuring cup, a Hank Pym measuring cup. But I'm going to use that as a pint and just drink beer out of it, so not that big of a deal, but very surprised about that. And then I saw a preview of next month's box, or the next box that's coming out, that's focusing on like Wolverine, I think it was, or it's focusing on traveling, and I saw one item in it, and it just looks awful. So I instantly canceled, but I already paid for that box, so I'm going to be really bummed about that one. So I'm not happy about this little situation at all. I thought for sure this would be good. For sure. Because I love Marvel, and Loot Crate always gets good deals. They always give great value, and they always give good variety. But it seems like that's only the case with the original Loot Crate. Everything else they do just doesn't really follow that path. This one I thought there's no way they can do this wrong. Marvel is already a titan. Loot Crate is already a titan. Combining forces would make monumentous boxes. But it was quite the opposite. It was secondhand crap. Because it was things that most people are not going to use. And even if you do, it's just not that exciting. It's not really collectibles at all. And it's, from what I'm reading, this is going to be focused on like homeware, like things you can use around the house. Which is fine, but that's not something I'm interested in at all. I like collectibles. I don't need more clothes. I don't need an apron. I don't need measuring cups. Like, I don't know. So I was very disappointed by it, and it had terrible value, and the things in here were just weird. So I couldn't have been more let down because I had such high hopes for this box, and it has not pulled through. There's just no good comic box out there. They just have not done it to this day. So, yeah, and the next box theme is supposed to be based on travel. It's like, what the fuck? Like, whatever. This is very disappointed, though. So that was definitely the last one. Bad value, bad variety, and, yeah, there you go. So that was number 10. Now, number 9. Gamer Block. There are 2 of them this month. Gamer M and Gamer E. This is the Gamer E for everyone. And this one was very unimpressive too. I have a major qualm with this box, and that is that they put game codes in there now. I stopped another box way back then because they put game codes in every month, which is fine if you're a PC gamer and you use Steam and you have a bunch of extra time. Then yeah, cool. You want to play games, free games, sure. But I'm not that. I'm not a PC gamer. I don't play on the PC. I just don't do that. If I play games, it's usually something like I play the DS because it's on the go. I can do it wherever. I don't have time to sit at home and sit in one place to do it. I like to do it while I'm out and about. So it's just never for me. I don't have the time for them. And also, the code takes up a lot of the value. The game code was like $15, but it was $15 out of the value of the box. So it's $15 you weren't getting towards something else. And also, these game codes you can find incredibly cheap elsewhere. From people have mentioned various sites where you can find these exact game codes in bundles and get them for like $1 a piece. And it's like the values they want it to be is just not accurate. There's always summer sales and things like that on Steam where they lower the prices on these, so it just isn't anything. And it's just a code to a specific game. It'd be one thing if they gave you just money for Steam, you can play whatever you want, but it's not. It's very specific games they're trying to promote. So I wasn't a fan of that, and I think it takes up too much space in the box. So for that reason, I think I'm probably not going to continue with this. I loved Arcade Block. It was all collectibles and stuff like that, so I loved it. It was all about the collectibles of the games. That's what I liked. Now when it's just random games in there, it's like I don't have time for it, and you can't resell them, and it's just kind of a waste. So, and you basically get a T-shirt. We got a plush, tie, a pin. The pin was cool, and then that was kind of it. So, not loving it. I don't like the split. I don't like what they're doing here. Not a fan. That's just me. That was number 9. Number 8. Big surprise. Gamer M Block. Same situation. The exact same thing. We got a shirt and some crappy collectibles. We got a bobblehead, which was cool, and then a art print that was just a little mini poster, and then another game. It was another game code. And it seems like they're going to put game codes in every single box. And I just don't have time for that. I don't have time to invest in 2 new games every month on top of all the other things I'm doing. If there's a game I really want to play, I'll go out and play that specific game. But random ones they just give to me, I don't really care about. I don't care about those ones, and I'm not going to invest a bunch of time in them. It's just not worth my time. And the same thing. It takes up too much value in the box. It takes up too much space in the box because they put it in a big cardboard cartridge, and it's just not a fan of that. And even without that, the stuff in there was just okay. So I'm not a big fan of this whole split off thing. Hasn't started off very well, and I definitely don't think I'm going to keep both of them around. I was going to try and pick one or the other, but neither of them impressed me. So I'm thinking about just canceling both of them and then keeping my comic block and my classic block. Because, I just not really loving it. So I'll let it sit for a while. I'll cancel it and see if it gets any better. If they get rid of game codes, then maybe I'll come back. But, it is what it is. If you love Steam game codes, then hey, don't let me deter you from that. If you love Steam, you are a PC gamer, then totally go for it. Free game codes every month. Like, that's totally your thing. It's just not my thing, so that's why they're getting canceled. Alright, number 7. Legion of Collectors by DC. So this is a classic Batman-themed one, but the problem was there really wasn't that much classic Batman. There was a Batman and Robin Salt Shaker, then we had Plastic Man and Aquaman, and that was kind of it. Green Arrow, I think, was on the patch, and I can't remember who was on the pin, but yeah, there were so many characters they could have done from classic Batman, and they seem to have kind of limited themselves. They just didn't do that much to it. And the Salt and Pepper Shakers looked okay, wasn't anything super special. Plastic Man, it was a decent pop, and the comic was there. And then they had, damn it. And then they had Crypto on the shirt, which I thought was pretty cool. But I don't know, they just didn't impress me with it. There were so many other options and things they could have done for classic Batman, and they just didn't do that great. The value was okay, wasn't horrible, it just wasn't super impressive what they did. And, yeah, I'm just never that thrilled about these boxes. I wish they'd try a little harder on some of them, pick better themes. It seemed to be like a lot of them are very Batman heavy, which I understand because he's the most popular character, but I guess they just don't have that many other characters to promote that are that popular. It's not like Marvel where like all their characters are crazy popular. DC's trying to catch up here, and they have a lot of known characters, but I don't think all of them are as popular as like Marvel characters. So I think they're trying to play catch up, but it's not going so well. But, I just wasn't a big fan of this theme. I think they could have done a lot better on it. And a lot of other people agree. But, not much more to say about it other than that. Alright, number 6 was the classic Nerd Block. Now, this one I did not do an individual review of because I just didn't have time. But this one was a Stark Industries, an Iron Man one, basically. It was all based around Stark Industries and Iron Man. And I thought it was pretty cool. They came with 2 really nice glasses, if you use drink glasses, and it came with, like, whiskey stones in there, and then a flash drive and a pin, and the shirt was pretty cool. So, I'm not usually for very specific themes when it's, like, one character, but, it's fine every once in a while. But I liked it. I love Iron Man. I love Tony Stark. But it's a shame if someone happened not to, because then everything's crap. But I thought they did a decent job. Value was okay, not great, but the items in it were pretty cool. And it's right around that middle mark. Like, definitely wasn't bad, definitely wasn't great or amazing, but it was there, it was worth it, and I liked it. So, it's right in that middle mark there. So, I thought they did a good job. But I think I'll still keep this box around. I always keep the classic one just to get a mix of everything. But you never know. This one may go too. So there you go. That was number 6. Number 5. Loot Crate DX. The last Loot Crate DX we're ever going to see. Because it's just too expensive. And that's why it's lower on the countdown. The value just wasn't quite there. $65 box. $80 in value, or sorry, $55? Yeah, $55 box, $80 in value, and like it's just you're getting maybe 50% more than you paid for. You're never getting double. The stuff in this one was actually pretty decent. They came with the tin posters, which I thought were cool. The book was really awesome, and that was kind of it. They came with some bendable figures that mine were all beat up, but those were okay. It's cool that they come in that little collectible thing, so it's nice. But nothing super special. It was just an overall, I liked everything in there, but nothing blew me away, and the value wasn't that great. And it's too much to spend every month. Same with the Marvel goods and gear. Way too much money to be thrown out there every month to just risk on whatever. So this one got canceled too, so it is what it is. It's never been great. It's always been okay. It's always just barely past the finish line. That's all it ever is. Like, it's doable. You get it and you're like, okay, well that meets the requirements, but I'm never really excited to get the box, and I never have been. I've got it since day one, and I've never been like, oh man, this Loot Crate DX was so amazing, and like, Never has happened. But I did like the stuff in here, so, you know, it gets the spot it gets. And that's number 5, Loot Crate DX. Number 4, Smugglers Bounty by Star Wars. And, you know, there wasn't a lot of items in here. We had a pop, some socks, a plush, patch pin. So not a lot of stuff in here, and pretty much the only reason it's in the spot was because of the deluxe pop figure. Everyone knew it was coming. No one was surprised by it. Spoilers were sent everywhere months before this box ever came out. So everyone knew it was coming a long time before it did. But it was still awesome. It was a really cool deluxe pop figure. They did a really good job sculpting it. Did a really good job painting it. Even if it's in the box, it's cool. If you take it out, it looks really nice. It was really special. And I think the whole box was kind of focused around that. That's why it's so big, because that was really big. And then the other things in there were just kind of cheap filler. Patch, a pin, some socks, and a little plushie. Like, it was just kind of filling up the space. It was all focused around that pop. But it was really awesome, though. And it got decent value, and I do think that's going to hold the value pretty steadily. Most of the pops will drop off instantly because they're so like all the other ones. But like the Hulkbuster, this one, they're special. They're bigger size. They have a special shape. So I think these will hold the value pretty significantly. These will be good to collect and have later on after these boxes all sell out. So it was really cool. It's a good item to have and collect. I was very impressed by it. But not much more than that. They had a cool item, then decent value, so nothing else more than that. And this has been one of the better Star Wars boxes we've gotten, because a lot of the other ones have been so boring and generic. You get 2 pop figures of just the most random characters, and patch and pin is like, it's so boring after a while. Number 3, the BAM box. Now, this is their anniversary box, and I quite loved it. I loved it a lot. A lot of other people didn't love it, actually. I was hearing in the comments and talking to people that they didn't really like it that much, but I personally loved it. I thought the pin was cool. They always have cool pins. I'm a fan of theirs. The Ari Lehman signed Jason mask, which they did blood spatters that were all different for the mask. A lot of people missed out on it the first time, so they gave a second chance to get that bloody mask signed by Ari Lehman. So, now it's kind of not worth as much because there's so many out there. I had the first one, so I didn't really care about getting the second one, so now I have 2. But, yeah, a lot of people liked it and missed it, so they brought it back. And the whole license plate thing was cool because I'm going to turn that into a magnet and put it on my fridge from Ferris Bueller. And Chris Uminga was the artist in there, and I'm a huge, huge fan of his. He's been my favorite artist in Bandbox, so I'm glad I got another piece by him, and it's signed and numbered by him, which is really cool. And then you got a cell, an actual cell from a 90s cartoon. And I got the real Ghostbusters, and I got Slimer. I think that's so cool. It's original artwork. It's original published artwork. It was on TV. They used that cell to put it on TV. It's really cool that they put that kind of stuff in there. They really put thought into it and make it special. Because the cells are one of a kind, and the artwork is signed by the artist, so that's technically one of a kind too, because it's a specific number, and other collectibles that are signed by very well-known people. I really liked it. Now, the value on this, yeah, was double the value. I think they did a great job. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite boxes. The only reason it's not in the number 1 is because some other people didn't like it as much. Because a lot of people got duplicate items because they had gotten the Jason mask before, and they got a Jason mask again, and they got the license plate before, and they got the license plate again. I had duplicates of all those too, but I still really liked it. So, the only reason that's not in the number 1 spot is because of crowd opinion. Because, like I said, these are not based on my opinion. I'm not just picking what I think is cool and putting them in order. It's all based on what you guys say in the discussion boards, on the community fan page, and in the comments. I read all of those, and then I take your opinions and implement that. So that's why that's in 3rd and not 1st. All right, number 2. Comic Block. This one's been getting better. I was hoping it would. It's getting better. A lot of comics still, which is fine. But they've gotten to the point where they're only putting comics in if they're exclusive. Which I said, I gave them that advice. It was my idea. But they're only putting comics in if they are exclusive. Exclusive covers or whatever. So that's cool because if you don't like the comic, you at least won't have too much of a hard time selling it because it's exclusive. So that's good. And then we've been getting collectibles. The t-shirt was really cool. And then we got another one of the little bombshells that's exclusive as well, which are very hard to find and run a decent price online. And I love that series. So, and then the value was pretty tremendous. The value has probably come down a little bit since then, so the value's not quite as high, but they did a good job. It's a comic block, it's full of comic books, but you also get collectibles on top of that, and that's kind of what I like. I wouldn't mind if they did less comics and more collectibles, that's just me, but I doubt they'll do that. But either way, I'm glad there's a box that's doing a comics theme box that's doing it well. And this is one I hope is going to keep going good, because I hope this could be my favorite box if they keep the momentum. The only problem with them is the comic franchises they choose are very narrow market. Every time I get them, there's like one I recognize, and then the other ones I'm like, I've never heard of these characters before. So I think a lot of it is them pushing unknown characters. And I think that's how they make partnerships, is they go to companies trying to push an unknown character, and they say, hey, we'll put it in our box if you give us an exclusive cover. That's the deal, so they do. So I wish they would not do that and put more popular franchises in there, but that's just kind of a lofty dream. But I don't think that'll ever happen. Anyway, I think they did a good job value, good variety, good mix of stuff, and cool comics, so good job. Alright, and the #1 spot. Classic Loot Crate. And this is mostly based on the value. There was just tremendous value. You got essentially almost triple the value here. They were really cool stuff, and I liked everything in there. You got a prop replica of the Captain America 1950 shield, which is very well done. And you got a replica of Action Comics #1, I think. Yeah, the first appearance of Superman from 1938. So yeah, that was really cool too to get that. And the pin was really awesome because of the Ninja Turtles shell. The shirt was cool, it was Mario. And then we got a little tiki of one of the turtles. I got Leonardo, which I was really happy about. And there was other ones to collect. So I genuinely liked everything in here. It was a little weird that Leonardo was a tiki, but well, I didn't really think too much of it. But it's a little glass, so maybe a little shot glass. But it was all cool stuff. Everything in there I genuinely liked, and everything in there people that I've talked to generally liked as well. I got very positive feedback from everyone that posted on that video. And the value was crazy high. Like, it's one thing to get double your value, but when you're getting almost triple what you paid for, that's crazy. That's insane to get that much, but Loot Crate does it. Sometimes they've given even 4 times that. The goal is to get double what you paid for. Most of these boxes aren't even giving that. This one's surpassing it without even blinking, batting an eyelash. So they really did a great job. The quality was all there. The franchises were all there. And they did an all-around good box. You know, and it wasn't so amazing. It's not like it blew all these other boxes away. But it was definitely a first place for all the reasons. Like, the value was there. The variety was there. Virtue's always there. So they do like a really complete vision of that, and they really set the bar pretty high. So they definitely deserve the #1 spot. So congratulations to Loot Crate. What's my time looking like? Got a minute left. So congratulations to Loot Crate for taking the #1 spot. So yeah, that's been the monthly review of January. I hope this helped you out in some way. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments or private message me. I'm a little behind right now. I've been really sick and in the hospital the past couple weeks, so I'm really behind on comments. So if you've messaged me and I haven't gotten back to you, don't take it personally. Like I said, I have been sick in the hospital, so I haven't been able to reply. But yeah, I will always get to those comments eventually. Feel free to jump in, ask any questions you like, things you like to see, things that might help out. But I hope this video helped you in some way. This has been the monthly review. I hope to see you guys in the next month of more stuff to come. And let me know what you guys want to see, and I have so many more ideas. I just got to find time and health and energy to do it. So anyway, this has been the Beardy Nerd, month of January 2017. Let me know what you all think, and let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Peace.